Happy holidays! Chris and Gina here with Hollywood Haunter.
In our last video, we showed you how to make a Nightmare Before Christmas inspired holiday tree. We noticed that the basic shape of the tree kind of reminded us of Dr. Seuss the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. We thought, how much fun would it be to create one of those trees as well? So we looked online, we watched some of the movies, we got a ton of inspiration, we threw a bunch of ideas together, and we came up with this.
The Whoville Grinchmas tree!
This thing was so much fun to make, and we're so excited to show you. So let's get to it. First things first, we're setting up our Christmas tree. We're using the hook style. We just like to use this kind because then we can put the branches kind of wherever we want to, leave spaces and stuff like that. This one I got on a Craigslist freebie find. Check out your yard sales.
Gina, we'll be driving down the road and Gina will be like, stop! And I'll be like, what? And she's like, there's a Christmas tree back there. I'm like, we already got 10. It's like, you can never have enough trees.
Yeah, you can never have enough trees. Always grab the trees. Speaking of trees, here's the other tree we're going to be using. Then we're going to take these branches and we're going to start putting them in our tree. Chris, how tall is this tree?
Well, I measured it with a 39.5-foot pole and it came out to 10 foot.
Nice. Note to self, go ahead and pass up the cat pee trees.
Yes.
You don't want to bring those home.
Yeah, we accidentally got one of those. We noticed it as soon as I put it in the car.
It was not pretty. And then you're like, what do we do with it? Take it back, take it back. No.
Right. We decided we don't want this. You can see that we originally started with 2 tree toppers right here and we just wired those together. We basically just stuck a bunch of branches together, and when you do this you only got to twist a couple together and you'll actually forget where that connection's been made and they'll never come apart. And this is actually the back side, so the front doesn't have any of these.
It's a little cleaner looking.
Rusty metal sticking out. Plus, a lot of this was actually already made from the last tree we made. We just cheated and bent it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a spineless Christmas tree. Because a person could actually make a big one of these, and you could have it going.
Oh yeah, totally.
You could even do something like that. Whoa! All out of branches.
There you go. That's a little prettier.
Now that we got the top all finished, we're gonna put it up here. Now, there's quite a bit of weight on that thing as it curls down, and the top of this tree stand's actually busted. You can see the connection points kind of cracked. So I'm actually not gonna worry about that.
That might be why they gave it away for free.
Yeah, it could be, could be. So you could use PVC, but Gina and I had this whole rake handle, and what I did is I just drilled a couple holes going through the handle there, and I'm gonna just tie this to the tree stand in a couple places where it's like this, and it basically will extend the tree up. Once this is locked in place, I'll take the top, slide it on, twist some of the branches together, and then I've drilled another hole up here too so I can run some rebar wire from the very top through this, and that'll hold it in place. It'll be pretty strong. It won't go nowhere.
And note to self, we need to buy a new rake.
Yeah. How did you know I took this from the rake?
You just told me.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is true. And even if it droops, you can always manipulate it, pull some of that slack out, retwist some of the branches to get it exactly where you want it. If you want this thing to bend up a little bit, or whatever you want to do, it's the time to kind of make all those adjustments. And it's not that heavy. It looks like it, but it's not. After I get this thing all locked down, then I'll go through and add some more branches to kind of create those tiers up here.
You're starting to look like Mr. Wilson back there between all the branches. You got any good advice for me?
Howdy, neighbor.
Heidi ho!
Well, Gina, the art of decorating lies within you.
That's really deep.
So to continue the tiers that we've created down below on the top here, what I've done is I've tried to kind of bunch them together, and then I'm bending the little branches like we've been doing, adding it to it right here, And then to kind of keep this area skinny, what I've got is I've got some more of that rebar wire, and I'm just taking it around and twisting it really tight here in the back. We also have some little bit of garland here, and so on this end here I'm just gonna wrap it around, only because I don't want it to be too big, right? Something like this.
Yeah.
And then it kind of keeps that. Oh, and then I'll do another wire right here just to kind of
Keep it cinched in. Yeah.
So the little branches. And then you just kind of mold it.
That turned out really nice.
Kind of has that Dr. Seuss.
Totally.
Like.
Yes, it does.
It's really about how much time you want to spend on this thing. Because these tree stands are kind of usually at tiers where you put your branches in, and because we're trying to build the swirls right here, what we did is we started to kind of separate the two. Like for this upper one, you're going to bend that way, and this one we bend down, and you can kind of see how we've created the steps. But you just bend it down a little bit, and then once you get that where you're happy with it, that's now time for us to take some of our extra branches that we have and just start filling it in, closing this off. The other thing is, because this bottom spiral is going up, it kind of left this part of the tree a little empty. So what we did is we added a few branches down here to just kind of fill that space in. Because we're doing weird things to the tree and adding that curled top, like our other tree, what we did is we just put a little bit of weight on that side of the stand, so that if the tree
blows or falls over,
wants to fall over, it hasn't been too bad, but it's always good to be safe.
Yep.
And we just covered it up with a little tree skirt. Once we kind of had that basic shape bent, we bent the branches either down or curled them up to kind of give it that round disc.
Yeah, it's coming together. We definitely don't want to see the tree stand, so what I'm going to do is take some more branches and flare them out a little bit this way. Get up in there, hook it around one of the other ones, and then start to bend a couple of the branches in and around, and then flare some of them out so it looks like a long extension of what we've got. And we just keep coming in here, hooking them around. So right here. Just go like that. And then when you step back, it just looks like the branches
kind of fills it in a little bit. You can see how I've just laid some pieces kind of at an angle going from that tier down to this one, and then spread it out. And then that's how we're kind of filling in that gap between each tier. So you've got there, and then you've got that one there. This side is the opposite. What we'll do is we'll create it going down here, and you can kind of see where Gina's stuck one in there. See, if you stand back, you see those holes in between those tiers that we're talking about, and you just keep shoving
and then filling
branches in until you're happy.
So it was really empty right here, and what we did is we actually added a branch going this way with our curve, a branch right here, and then I'm gonna put this one and kind of have this one tuck in here. So now it filled in that spot really good, and we've got more greenery right here, and we can bend those up because we're making the swirl that way. And then this one can come and cover it a little bit. So this whole section right here, there's a piece right here we'll put in, another piece right there, fan it out, spin them that way a little bit, tie them together. There you go.
Just fill it up.
Yeah,
I mean, we have the branches, so we're using it, but like
even right here, it's pretty tight right there, but since we have extra, just stick it in, and then you even get it even more.
This is looking really good. Can you hand me another one, Gina? Ooh!
Greasy black peel.
You're a foul one, Gina.
I know, it's a bad joke. We've got 3 different light sets on here. We got these little lights. These are from Target, and I got these this year. They're little twinkle lights, so some of them are steady on and some of them twinkle. Then we've got these, which we've had forever. These are just your traditional old school house lights. They were in the garage and mangled up, tangled up knots. And then we have these, which were from Big Lots, and they were the pathway markers. They had a stake that went in here, but these are not very bright, but they look cool.
What we need to have is Martha Mayhew's gun. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I want one of those for every decoration.
Gina and I were able to wrap them all nicely around each tier, except for up there, it got a little bit more messy.
Got a little crazy.
You won't be able to tell once all the ornaments and stuff are on there, right, Gina?
Nope. We got the top on real good, and we got 3 more rows to go.
So many balls.
So many balls. Yeah, let me show you what we got going on over here. These are all of the balls we're using. I was inside putting hooks on all of those. These are ornaments Chris and I have had, gosh, since we started dating.
Forever.
Yes.
Tonka broke a bunch of those balls.
Oh, my Tonka buddy. These are gold ones we inherited from my mom. These I just got for the tree at the 99-cent store. These I got from Big Lots. I should have bought more, but I think it was like 3 for $8 or something. Yeah, they're very Who-ish. Look at this. They even got the little crazy balls and curly cues. These balls right here, I was looking for huge ones, and for a longest time this was the biggest one I could find, and that was at the Dollar Tree. But luckily there were 2 left in the bottom of the box. There was a silver one and a red one at Walmart. So I don't know if they're gonna get more in stock, but that we finally found, and that one's gonna go on the great big end. It's taken a lot of balls to do this.
We'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay, we saved the biggest ball for last. And I could have probably used one of Gina's ornament hangers, but instead I went and got some rebar tie wire out of the garage and just quickly twisted it onto the ball. And then what I'm gonna do is just push it up through the branches.
You even have a disco ball up there for you.
Yeah. And then I just poke it right up through here.
Yeah.
And bend it down. We're basically doing the opposite of what the Grinch did. Instead of taking things down, we're setting it up.
Look at all these balls.
Yeah, there's
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Feels like hundreds.
Yeah.
But man.
Gina and I got a really good method down. She put the hooks on and we were just...
Yeah. I've secretly been sneaking into Santa's wastebasket and stealing all his beard trimmings. Just kidding. Ew.
Just joking.
Santa's a clean
Yes,
man.
yes.
He's magical.
He's got ice cream.
He's not like human germs. So we've got some of this fun snow again, the buffalo snow, and you can find it at your retailer. Walmart has it, Joanne craft stores and stuff like that. I think since we don't get snow here and we really enjoyed putting snow on our last tree, we're like, more snow! I think what we're gonna do is emphasize. We started putting some snow on here and we're just gonna top it so it kind of gives the definition of the swirl going up. I think that'll be great. Hello, bird. Remember to fluff it up too. Just don't have it flat.
It's a lot easier to put the snow on this tree.
Yeah, it's got a nice open space for me. And then drip it a little bit so it looks like it's melting, and then blend it between the 2 pieces. But yeah, that looks like little cotton candy clouds. So we just placed the last final pieces on here, and what we did this time is we took clumps and we bunched them together and then set them on the tree like that instead of one whole piece. And I kind of like the mounded up look a little bit better. What do you think, Chris?
It has more of a realistic melted snow,
Yeah.
or, you know, different levels of the tree that the snow landed on.
Right.
If it was real. In Whoville,
Real
after a
enough.
snowstorm.
So yeah, and here we go. We wait again for nighttime. To make the snow glow and give it more of a theme park look, we used our On For You LED black lights. You can purchase them from Amazon. We weren't quite sure how the tree would turn out, but I think we did Dr. Seuss proud. This is such a fun and different tree, you would definitely be the talk of your neighborhood. We also put together a more traditional tree with a bent top to show you an alternative Whoville Grinchmas Christmas tree look. If you're new here, we'd love for you to subscribe and also click that notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future videos. Thanks for watching! Which ball do you like the best? What's your favorite one?
This one.
That one's a fun one?
And what's this one?
That's like kind of a curly cue, huh? It kind of goes spiraling.
It's like a snake.
It is like a snake. Oh no. Harrison, what is that?
That's a small crocodile.
A seasick crocodile.
And it's made out of foam.
It's made out of foam. You're so smart.
And it's gonna bite you.
It's gonna bite me. Ah! It got me.
You're a mean one, little Harrison.
He's not gonna bite you. He's just gonna kiss.
Oh, I like kisses much better. Thank you, crocodile.
Frahu Flores, Dahu Dores, welcome Christmas, Christmas Day.
Oh, you guys are making me sick.
Do you think he got a little seasick from all the jubilation?
All that swaying we were
All
doing.
that swing?
Oh, yeah.
Did he have some who hash? And some who roast feast?
No.